Okay, video number 2. So, I have breast cancer, specifically triple negative breast cancer, invasive ductal carcinoma, stage 2B, grade 3. What all that means is my particular cancer is negative for known receptors. Those receptors include HR2, progesterone, and estrogen. And what that means is all cancers typically are fed by something. If you are estrogen positive breast cancer, your cancer is fed by estrogen. So the doctors can target that by depriving the cancer of estrogen, removing it from your system, your diet, all of that good stuff. Excuse me. With triple negative breast cancer, that's not the case. There isn't any known receptor that they can target. So there's no targeted treatment. So it's highly aggressive. It's a fast-growing cancer. It is treatable. Early detection is key. It is specifically treated with chemotherapy and surgery and radiation sometimes. There are other drugs that are in the works that are, their scientists are trying to find a target. What's needed for that is a lot more genetic testing, finding those markers, what this cancer developed from. So right now it looks like it's genetic, but not the typical genetics that you guys have probably seen in the news. BRCA1 and BRCA2 are gene anomalies that raise a person's risk of getting breast cancer up to 85%. Also ovarian cancer as well. So if you guys heard, last year, the year before, I think it was the year before, Angelina Jolie found out that she was positive for the BRCA1 and BRCA2. She went in and got a double mastectomy and I believe a partial or maybe a full hysterectomy. She had her ovaries taken out. So for me, December 2015, I did get genetic testing. I was tested for the BRCA1 and BRCA2. They came back negative. So I do not have that genetic anomaly. I have some other genetic anomalies that I'll discuss in a future video. But I really just wanted to discuss the diagnosis that I have right now. So my breast cancer, again, triple negative. Negative for those 3 receptors, known receptors. I'm in stage 2B, which lends to the fact that I have a malignant tumor in my breast, as well as some infiltration to my lymph nodes. So the type of cancer I have, infiltrating ductal carcinoma. It's grade 3, and the lump, the mass is approximately like 2.5 by 2.2, I think, and 1.8 centimeters around. It's very small, relatively small. And then I have infiltration to several lymph nodes. So, got my diagnosis with Dr. Miller. They sent me right over to Houston Methodist to meet the oncologist team. I didn't seek a second opinion. I did some research on Methodist, found out that they have a special section there that works with specifically triple negative breast cancer. So I prayed about it. I met my team, very happy with my doctor, Dr. Patel there, and we decided we're going to go aggressive. And so we determined, and she gave me the option, her plan, and what was out there. And so those options were chemotherapy and surgery. So we decided to go for what's called neoadjuvant chemotherapy treatment. And that means obtaining the chemo prior to surgery. There is no difference in outcomes whether you get the chemo prior to or after. So I decided prior to, in hopes that we can shrink the tumor really small, so when we do surgery, they have to take out less. It's less invasive on my body. Another thing that tends to happen if they go in your swollen lymph nodes and a large mass to cut it out, it's more invasive. People tend to have lymphedema in the arm where those lymph nodes are being taken out, more so. And so that was one of the things. I know what lymphedema is. I work at dialysis clinics, and that fluid buildup is very dangerous, disfiguring, painful. So I decided neoadjuvant was for me. So we're going to try to shrink this tumor, kill all those cells with the chemo first. Whatever's left, cut that out in surgery. Our hope, of course, is that, number one, I survive. Number two, I would like to save my breasts. And there's some other factors that go into whether or not I have a mastectomy or a lumpectomy or partial mastectomy. So as it stands right now, I've had 2 chemo treatments. So we're trying to shrink those cancer tumors, kill it off, and we'll do some additional ultrasound scans to see what's left after my 4 treatments of what's called AC. Adriamycin and Cytoxan are the 2 chemo meds that I'm on right now. I'll do 4 sessions. I go every 2 weeks. After that, I will then do 12 weeks of Taxol, which is another chemotherapy medication. I'll talk about my side effects in another video, what to expect with chemo. I will probably do a video while I'm at my next infusion center session, which is Monday. But the things about this cancer, it is aggressive. There's no targeted treatment. It's a little more rare than other types of breast cancer. What I've learned is, because I'm an African American woman, we are less likely to get breast cancer. But when we do, we're more likely to die from it. And so my video blogs, my information, me being transparent and sharing is in an effort to get it out there. We have to get our tests done. Everyone does, women. We need to work with legislation to get these insurance companies to pay for these mammograms earlier, because younger women get this type of cancer. African American women get this type of cancer. And most insurance companies only pay for mammograms when you are in your mid to late 30s now. But women are getting this cancer at 25, 26, 28. It's hitting them earlier. So this is a type of cancer younger women get, and it can be completely devastating. I will talk about fertility in another video as well. These are all things that come up when you have to go through chemo. Let's see. This cancer is also not really related to your health and wellness, is what I'm learning. I started a fitness journey in January to lose weight, get healthy, eat right. So those good habits that I formed didn't keep cancer from getting me, or trying to get me. But it will benefit me in that I'm stronger and healthier to start with it, to fight this thing. So another thing I'll talk about is getting your testing, getting healthy, eating right, keeping your body fat down. These are all helpful situations to help you either not get cancer, or if you do, to fight it stronger, and to help you not have a reoccurrence. And so I have a diagnosis of cancer and I don't want a reoccurrence. So my diet, exercise, all of that we'll discuss as a part of this fight. So that's it. That's the diagnosis. I've already started my chemo treatment. And I will also talk about the whirlwind of what seems like hundreds of doctor's appointments, the cost, the extreme cost of being sick. So if you have family members who are dealing with cancer, please have them come to my page. Ask questions, share the videos, share the links, ask me questions, inbox me. I am trying to be as open and transparent. I don't want anyone else to have to go through this, but if they do, I want them to know it's not a death sentence. When I first went on the internet, which be very careful if you get a cancer diagnosis going on the internet, 2 websites you should go to: Susan G. Komen, American Cancer Society. Search that first. I'm a Google searcher, and if I hadn't been solidified in where I am, my spirituality, my confidence in myself and my doctors, it could have been very detrimental. You get on this website, you see triple negative, and it comes at you like you might as well pack it up, send me over to hospice and call it a day. But it's not that. It's not a death sentence. It's a little trickier, but I'm strong, and I know you guys out there are too. My support system is great. Friends, family, classmates, coworkers, people I don't even know reaching out. I started chronicling my journey on Facebook, but I think this forum on YouTube is going to be better to serve more people. So, next video, I will come to you. One of them will be talking about after my diagnosis, after meeting with my oncologist, after getting my treatment plan, before I even started chemo, what I had to go through. Stay tuned. I will be back. Thank you for watching.